Hello beautiful, my name is Joany and welcome to my channel. In today's practice, it's going to be all about the butt contraction or the butt accent. Now the thing is, somebody had asked me last week in the comment how to kind of isolate and make this accent a little bit more sharp and better. Well, it comes with practice. It's all about mind-body connection. I will link a bunch of videos that's underneath in the description in order to kind of really get connected with the muscles in your glutes. Now, the glutes have three muscles. A maximus, which is the big one, and that's the one that I'm going to work on today. There's the medius, medius, that's just on top here, and then the minus or the minimus, which is just up here. I want to focus on the big muscle right here, okay? So get into something comfortable and let's butt dance. All right, first of all, let's just breathe, deep breath in, up. Bring some oxygen to your beautiful body. Again, breathe in, breathe out. I'm going to do just a little stretch. I'm going to do a little decompression of the spine, soften your knees, feet about shoulder width apart, bring the tailbone as far back as you can. So I want you to stretch the hamstring. We're going to stretch and decompress the spine. I'm going to bring our fingertips, and then when you bring your arms to the front, I want you to go as far back as you can. Keep your neck aligned with your spine. Weight on the heels. Tailbone as far back as you can. Now breathe in and expand your lungs. Hold the expansion, hold, and then breathe out from the belly. Contract. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands on your shin, push back. Good, feel that stretch in your hamstring. Bring it all the way up. Deep breath in, up and out. I do encourage you to review all the videos that's underneath the description. It's gonna help you a lot with this accent of the butt. Now, I'm gonna put some music soon, but let's just break down what we need to do. First of all, you want to make sure that your knees are not locked in, okay? They're not too locked, they're soft. And I want you to put the weight on the arch of your feet. So you're going to have to kind of find your proper posture, okay? So usually the hip goes on top of the arch, shoulder, ear. I want you to feel balanced. I don't want you to put the weight on the heels. Put it on the arch of your feet. So you will be leaning forward. We'll all have different lean. Some of you, if you're lighter, you might lean forward a bit more. If you're heavier, you might not lean as much. It's all different. I just want you to feel centered and balanced on the arch of your feet. Now you're going to just bring your sternum up. Pretend there's a puppeteer pulling your rib cage up. And as you do that, you should be feeling a rolling action from here. The shoulders should roll back. Now soften your knees, little soft knee, tuck the pelvis in, and this is proper CPA, okay? Meaning proper posture, and you could do a lot of movement better when you're in your proper posture. Also, you want to make sure that you're not doing a U with your chin. I want you to bring it into a beautiful L. So your thumb should be right in here, right into that U little shape here in that hole, and then underneath. Create an L shape for lovely, okay? Not like this, here. All right, I think we're ready now. Okay, we're gonna start with the right glute. So I'm gonna face the back, and I want you to see the glute contraction right here. I'm gonna squeeze and release. Squeeze. My legs are locked in. I'm not going to see as much hip movement. If I have soft knees, pelvis tucked, I'm going to contract and release. So all I'm doing is contracting this muscle and release. Put your hand on that right glute so you could really feel that. Contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, hold, 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 and release, contract, hold, and release. I want you to feel this movement. And now I'm going to switch left side. Contract, release, contract, release, contract. Now the only reason why I'm making you put your hand there so you could feel. This is a way of connecting with your muscles, your body. All right. I'm going to do this again. Again, soft knees. Now that was a very slow movement. Now we're going to contract sharply, but then you have to let it go. It's all about letting go. That's where you're going to have a nice reverb reaction. It's a squeeze, release, squeeze, release. It's the release. So that contraction had a nice reverb, but it's letting go of that contraction, which is a stress movement. You're creating a stress in the muscle, but now it's to let it go. Okay? Contract, release. Stress, release. Stress, let it go. Ba-ba, ba-ba. Contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Now left, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Notice it's going up. So every time you do a contraction, the movement going upward, and then blah, let's go down. Always comes back to gravity. Contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to contract, release, contract, release, and then we're going to do 3 contractions, a little bit, or 2 contractions, really fast, da 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 da, and then the third one, hold. So it's going to be contract, release. Okay, now I want you to do 2 fast, da da da, and then hold. Okay, that's a challenge, I know that. Now left side, you're going to contract, release, and then quick, 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 and then release. Quick, quick, hold, release. Contract, release, 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 quick, quick, hold, release. It takes practice, so this is a little bit more to the level where I want to bring you to. So this is in a basic pose position. Now we're going to go into our classical pose, and I want you to do the same thing. So in your classical pose, you want to bring your right foot to the front. Always bring your thighs close together. Okay, so you're pretty much in the third position where your heel, your right heel is at the arch of your left foot. Okay, now heel is off the floor and the hip is dropped and nicely relaxed. The left leg, your standing leg, is straight. Okay, so it's not locked in. You know, you can pretend that you're sitting on a high chair if you want to, or you can have it straight. Okay, but you want to make sure this one is dropped. So you're going to go into the same kind of beat where we're going to contract, release, quick, quick, contract, hold, release. Contract, release, quick, quick, 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 hold, release. See how that hip goes up when you're contracting and then relax when it release? So it goes down. So we're going to do the same thing here. Contract, release, quick, quick, contract, release. Contract, release, quick, quick, contract, release. So all I'm doing is working that big glute. I'm just squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, hold, release. Now we're going to do some hip drop. Now what happens to the hip drop? This is going to be a very interesting practice, because in the hip drop, it's the opposite muscle doing the work. So yes, when you're doing that contraction, let's say you want to drop that right hip, soft knees, do not lock the knees, pelvis tucked, chest lifted. Okay, good. You're going to bring this up. But when you're bringing this up, I mean, this is a beautiful heart shape, or some say it looks like an 8, figure 8, but I think it looks like a heart. You're going to bring that up And as you bring this up, this goes down naturally, okay? Boom. Contract, release, contract, release. But because we're focusing on the hip drop, you're going to feel a kind of a stretch. You might want to bend the knee a little bit more. So whatever the hip drop goes, that's the knee that's going to flex. But because we're focusing on butt accent, you're going to squeeze, okay? Because we're doing a sharp movement, so this is going to go down fast, okay? And you can soften the knee, your right knee, and squeeze that glute. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Now let's switch. Now you're going to squeeze your right glute. Your left hip's going to go down. Soften the knee. Flex the knee if you have to. Okay? That's probably better. So you're going to squeeze, squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. So you're focusing on the hip drop. So you got to contract the opposite side. Okay? So if you're going down with your right, you got to contract your left side, flex your knee, it's going to help. 1, 2, 3, 4. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go and do the same little combination or pattern that we created. We're going to go contract, release, quick, quick, contract, hold, release. Contract, release, quick, quick, contract. Hold. That's it. Switch. Contract, release, quick, quick, contract, release. Contract, release, quick, quick, contract, release. So quick, quick, you're noticing you're gonna kind of almost like go halfway down, and then all the way down on the hold. So much fun. Let's put all of this with music. So we're gonna follow that rhythm. All right, now let's do this with some music. Posture, so we're gonna put the weight on the arch, tuck your pelvis, chest lifted, relax your knees a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start with the right side. We're gonna squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, hold, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, and hold. Switch, squeeze, release, pop, 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 and contract, release, pop, pop, and pop, release. Squeeze, release, double time and hold, release. Squeeze and quick, quick, and hold, release. Squeeze, release, quick, quick, and hold, release. Squeeze, release, quick, quick, and hold, release. And squeeze up, quick, quick, and squeeze, release, quick, quick, and hold. Squeeze, release, quick, quick, and hold, release. Squeeze, release, quick, quick, and hold, release. 1, 2, 3, and 4, hold. Squeeze, and quick, quick, and hold, release. Bump, and double time, and 1, 2, quick, quick, and down, up, quick, quick, and down, up. Squeeze, release, quick, quick, and squeeze, release. Squeeze, release, pop, pop, and hold, release. All right, so now the music's going to start over, and we're going to do the same, but in classical pose. Okay, proper posture, make your legs straight, drop that hip, and then we're going to go squeeze, hold on. 5, 6. Oh, wait, it's going to start. Double time, hold, release, squeeze, release, double time, and squeeze, release. Contract, release, double time, contract and release. Contract, release, double time, contract, release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Squeeze, up, squeeze, squeeze, release. One more. Switch. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Up, up, boom. squeeze, release, quick, quick, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, quick, quick, squeeze, release, and quick, quick, squeeze, release. Up, down, double, and up, down, double, and up, down. Squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze, release. Okay, so now let's do one set here. We're gonna go squeeze, release, squeeze, 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 release, and switch. Squeeze, release, double, and squeeze, release, and switch. And okay, so now I'm going to focus on the drops. Okay, that's going to be, again, focusing on the opposite side and drop, okay, on the right side. So left side's going to squeeze, right side's going to drop. You're going to flex that knee, and you go. Drop, and double drop, and drop. Good, now release and switch. We're going to go drop, and double drop, drop. Drop, double drop, drop. Squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and squeeze, release. Drop, and drop, drop, and drop. Drop, and drop, drop. Drop, and drop, drop, and drop. Right side, drop, and drop, drop, drop. Drop, and drop, drop, drop. Right? Drop, 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 and drop, 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 and drop, 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 and don't forget to contract. These are your sharp axes. Drop, and drop, drop, drop. Drop, and drop, 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 and drop, and drop, drop, and drop, and drop, and drop, 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 and drop, 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 drop. One more. Drop, 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 drop. All right. This is going to take a lot of practice, and I know that, but that's why you want to get these muscles, ready for any kind of accents that you want to use. So you could go downward, you could go into classical, So you want to make sure you're always using the muscles in your glutes and not forcing the hip, okay? Nothing happens here. It all happens in your muscles. Your muscle is what moves your skeleton, okay? I love you, love you. Anytime you have any other comments, I'm here for you. So please ask away, and I'll provide. Okay, bye.